Have you ever left a meeting with a page full of notes and you're still not entirely sure what the main takeaways were? Or you're staring at this 30-page transcript and you have to find a specific detail? Well, we've been there. I've been there. And it's part of the job. But what if I told you that getting to the heart of a meeting is about to become a whole lot easier? MeetGeek just got an upgrade and integrated with OpenAI's newest model, GPT-5. And this isn't just a version bump. It's a shift that makes meeting summaries smarter, sharper, and more reliable than ever. And if you haven't had the opportunity to try MeetGeek, you can get started now for free. Just click on the link in the description below. So what exactly does GPT-5 do differently? Well, think about how a human would listen to a conversation. They track context, they pick up on subtle cues, and they know when a general conversation shifts to concrete decisions. Previous models were good, but they could sometimes lose the thread. From my own experience, especially with long, complex calls, the kind with multiple people and a lot of technical jargon, the previous models were good, but they felt sometimes a bit surface level. They capture the topics, but not the nuance. And the GPT-5 model addresses this directly. First, there's smarter comprehension. It's better at tracking those long, multi-speaker conversations without losing the context. Second, the output is sharper. The summaries are less verbose. In previous versions, it sometimes felt to me like there's a lot of words without any content to it. GPT-5 is different. It gets straight to the point. And finally, it's better at handling nuance. It captures tone, objectives, and subtle shifts in the conversation more accurately. Now let's talk about what your real benefit is. Well, meetings are dense and often, let's be honest, a little chaotic. So capturing a clear list of action items, key decisions, and critical insights can be challenging. With GPT-5, MeetGeek takes a big step forward. You'll get more accurate summaries with less fluff and clearer details. GPT-5 can pull out smarter action items, often with the real owner and clear deadlines. And it's also better at detecting the context and choosing a specific meeting template, whether it's for sales, HR, or consulting. It knows what to look for and what to pull out. And that saves you a lot of time sifting through the transcript later. Let's walk through a quick demo. Well, here's a meeting from a few weeks ago, and on the left, you can see the summary generated by our previous model. It's a solid summary, but now on the right, you can see the new summary from GPT-5. And notice how much more concise it is. It gets to the core of the discussion much faster. And do you see the extracted tasks? It has identified who's responsible and, in this case, even inferred a deadline. Well, now let's try a more specific request using the AI chat feature. So what were the main objections raised in this sales call? And see, it went right to the heart of the matter. This level of detail and accuracy saves a lot of time and effort. This upgrade is especially helpful for certain types of meetings. For example, if you're in a cross-functional call with many participants, GPT-5 can keep track of multiple decision threads. So in a decision-heavy meeting, it's much better at differentiating between agreed-upon decisions and discussion in progress. It also seamlessly integrates outputs into your CRM and task managers, and that makes the follow-up so much easier and efficient. So what does it all end up to? Well, faster turnaround times for meeting summaries. You get the key takeaways in seconds, which means you can start the next steps right away. You'll also gain a higher confidence in the accuracy of the notes, which means less time spent editing and fact-checking. And let's not forget about the function-based meeting templates. If you're in sales, it's easier to track objections and intent signals. Well, for executive, you'll get a clearer picture of the decisions and risks. And if you're in customer success, you can quickly get a read on the customer's sentiment and feedback nuance. At the end of the day, with the more accurate, long context understanding, GPT-5 can handle the most complex and nuanced meetings. And with less bias and a clearer structure, well, you get a summary you can actually trust and act on. While MeetGeek is powered by GPT-5, it still provides smarter, sharper, and more accurate meeting insights. But if you're wondering why not just directly usually go to ChatGPT for note-taking, you should check out this video where we explain how to automate your note-taking using AI apps like ChatGPT and how it compares to other apps. And as always, if you liked this video, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and stay updated on what's happening in the world of AI note-takers.